Welcome, Mintah. You're right here on MX24. Good morning.
Good morning. We should be on our beds by now.
Oh, God.
But anyways.
We're here.
We're here.
For God and country.
And isn't it too ironic
that
today's Workers' Day? Taking a leave, but it's Workers' Day, so literally we need to work.
No, actually, it's a Workers' Day, so we're supposed to take a break.
Oh, boy. Yeah, people are juggling in between that, and we are no exception, all right? But hey, happy Workers' Day, happy Labor Day to all workers out there. If you are working for yourself, you're working for a business, you're working for a company, I mean, that's the only thing we can actually say. More than. But for those who are working today, if you know somebody who's working today,
Jay, you know, there's a reason why I love you, and there's a reason why you've been my partner since 2016. Because you get it.
Yes. Send that person Momo.
Because why not? You yourself, aren't you wicked that you're not sending that person Momo? Aren't you not wicked? I'm the person I'm solving and solving and solving.
Oh my God.
You're not giving a person more.
Especially journalists.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we get to inform you, we get to amplify it, we get to entertain you, not make you bored at home. So, we deserve extra momo.
In fact, tomorrow is a special day for us. Tomorrow we're celebrating Press Freedom Day.
Press Freedom Day.
Yes.
When you bet me, I can't hear person. Yes, it's press freedom. It's freedom. You know what I mean? You go fit talk.
I don't know. I don't know.
Even though you talk your mind.
Freedom. Oh, they are.
No, Shatawale.
No. Shatawale freedom living here one.
Speaking of Shatawale, so the apology letter will be about one apology letter.
I mean, sometimes the right thing just needs to be done. And it also says a lot about the management he has now, because Shatawale apology really...
by this time.
Oh, Masa.
Apology by this time.
Anka wabe mamu rebuttal. but we thank God for his management now.
And thank God for life too as well.
Absolutely.
Anyways, welcome to the show. This is the AM Club. Of course, my name is Kojo Dasabre, and we're here nothing but the very best. We're coming to you live from Oleander Street, East Legon, Accra, and we're excited about today because today's a holiday, and most definitely we have a jam-packed show for you for today.
Now, our mission is quite simple. It's empower, inform, and inspire with a fan, fearless, and fact-driven on-air experience.
Today, no exception. Of course, we're going to give you some inspiration on my daily dose of them. Yeah.
Then daily, we'll be giving trending stories on the road from social media to our actual stories. Now, for our big conversations,
in all workers across
we are celebrating workers. Please stay here as we celebrate these incredible people that make your business thrive. Another plug, we're throwing a spotlight on Prekese Theatre Festival as well. So please stay right here. Like Jay said, we have a jam-packed show for you.
Remember, we're part of the show, so please kindly join the hashtag AM Club. Handles right MX24. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's MX24 on YouTube. Join the MX24 channel for updates. My number is 0592292746. Visit the MX24 app. Catch the fun, the excitement of the AM Club shows, engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content.
That's right. You 315-11 055 here on the show. It's daily.
All right, so let's get into my daily dose of Vim. And if this is your very first time tuning into the AM and you just don't get what DDOV stands for, well, we're just going to get some inspiration, from people whom we feel, these people matter to society, all right? So most definitely we need to, tap into their knowledge a bit, tap into their sayings a bit, and then keep it for ourselves. Because whatever DDOV that we have for you, that particular day, you it in, and the day that you would need it, you would definitely have advice, and it would just be in your thought. Oh yeah, the AM Club, they did speak about this. So yes, keep it that way. All right.
Now that's right. We're going to get into the DV for this morning, and the passing that we are tapping knowledge and inspiration from for this morning because of their hard work and the visible impact they have made. Leslie Calvin Brown, also known as Les Brown, born February 17, 1945, is an American politician and motivational speaker. He was a member of the Ohio House of Representatives from 1977 to 1981. Brown with his twin brother Wesley in Liberty City, a low-income section of Miami, Florida. According to many of Brown's speeches, when he first decided to get his life into order, he went to a radio station. He shifted his career to television and became a host on PB. September to November 1993, he hosted a talk show, The Les Brown Show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what Les Brown has to say to us this morning.
See, it's hard when you're 49 years old, been working on a job for 17 years, and they come in and tell you you're finished and give you 1 week severance pay. And you got to start all over again. It's hard when you're married and raising children and your children are crawling and your husband dies unexpectedly. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard when you're working on something and you put everything you have in it and it doesn't work out. You lose your money and other people's money. It's hard. And I could not find a job. It was humiliating and embarrassing, borrowing money, and then I couldn't pay the money back when I told them I would. That's rough. How people look at you, how they respond to you. It's very hard. It's humiliating. Here's what I discovered that happens to you in life, that you will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. But after you go through it, you get back and you look at it and you say, oh, now I understand why I needed that lesson. Have you ever happened to you? Raise your hand. Has it ever happened to you that I couldn't understand it then, but after I got But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time, had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. You know that's how people are gonna do you? So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? Good. And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People are gonna do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. And when it began to happen, they stopped laughing. They said, look, whoa, look here. Look how, hey, man, you know, I know you can do it. Look here, you got a job here? See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll during those times when you failed and things didn't work out. They were nowhere to be found. But you know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. People know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You know it was hard, but you did it hard.
It's almost as if Les Brown and my producers were in my room last night. Yes. I asked myself a question. I could barely sleep. I slept at 8, woke up at 9, slept at 9, woke up at 10. I said, yo, man, this marathon, I am not going to do this. So at 1, I said, you know what, let me set out. I mean, because if I try to sleep at 1, I'm going to be waking up at 7. And let me try to sit out. And one of the things that I was asking myself was, did I choose the right career?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I was like, God, should I have just followed my neurosurgeon dream and just stayed in a hospital where I'm taking care of people and my love for them means a lot to them because then that's how they, I started on my journey. So I asked questions. My dad was very excited about it, so he would give me books and they'll tell you that one of the best ways to heal a patient, especially one that has gone through a brain surgery, because that's what neurosurgery is about, is to show them a lot of love, show them that they have something to live for, and it speeds up their recovery. Yeah. And I was like, if I did that, then I would be so proud. I'm saving lives, and they appreciate the love I am giving. Did I choose the right career? And then I believe it's the Holy Spirit, right? He told me that you put in 13 good years into this career. And half of that time, you were not on mainstream. You were not appreciated. You were not put in places where you thought that I'm good enough to do this. And which was the first time I met you in 2016, when you were put in mainstream, it was hard for you to even be seen as good enough in that space. And so there was a lot of struggle that you dealt with, but guess what? You stayed. You learned. In fact, there were times that you would go and sit down and read books that you had no and took in all of these hard, lessons just to get here and ask, right? How do you feel right now? Don't you feel like a loser asking yourself if you chose the right career? I think that he said something that I absolutely love. That he said, if it's hard, then work harder. If it is hard, then do it the hard way. If it's hard, then if it's you want it that bad, then put in the hard work, put in the pain. In fact, I was telling Mommy the other day, I was telling you that yesterday was a graduation, and I was telling her, you did it tired. Do it tired, do it anyway, because you see, once you let go of that dream, mind you, the world or the universe, God will raise another person to do whatever it is that you refuse to do. However, that impact that you were supposed to make, you're not going to make it. So sometimes it gets difficult. Sometimes it gets really, really frustrating. Sometimes you're looking at people that are talking at you and you're like, really? You think you can talk to me because you're in the same space with me? I was telling someone today that it's very fulfilling me. All that I went through, I didn't become a bitter girl. Like, you know, I've always told you that, again, oh my God, this is so amazing. I always told you that because of what I went through in the media space and the kind of treatment I got, when I see young journalists and I see young media people, I'm not going to be that person. Because that mistreatment, I didn't enjoy it. So I'm never going to extend that kind of energy to any young person. And in different spaces, when I have done that, I've gotten that, you know, that blow in your face. Like, did I send you to show me love? That bit, right? It can slow you down. But it's fulfilling to know that that couldn't change me. My heart is in the right place, and I'm living through the experience. And it's hard, but you go through it anyway. I'm saying this to tell a young girl out there, in fact, your experiences are to shape the kind of human being you will become. And that kind of human being should be one that impacts his or her generation positively. Be that light that shines in the room that gives impact, right? That's been amazing. To all workers out there, happy Workers' Day, happy Labor Day. You're doing this tired, you're doing this frustrated, but you're doing it anyway, and we appreciate you. I give up. I give up on you.
That's how we end it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a wrap for Daily Dose of M for today. We take a quick look at major happenings across the world next, getting straight into Coffee Daily. But before that, let's get into some music. Today's Thursday, so you know, we'll definitely throw it back. Throw it back, throw it back, throw it back. Enjoy, we'll be right back.
Club coming to you live from the MX24 studios, Oleander Streets, East Legon, Accra, Ghana. Indeed, obi in the movement, obi a kayayo, obi a mason, obi a journalist, obi a news anchor, obi a nyama bebre in Kafo. Hey, I just spoke chi like, you know those foreigners, obi a bebre. You know, I'm naturally, you know, like I'm not from Ghana, I'm you know, yeah. So you're welcome back. Thank you so much for staying right here with us. We're moving straight to Coffee Daily. We're going to check out what's trending on X. I'm pretty sure Labor Day is trending. I'm pretty sure A-Class and Attorney General are also really, really trending on social media. Let's get into that. But before we do, let's talk about something we all that is success. Everybody wants it, everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet it will, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days where you need somebody to be there for you, Cowbell Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that would aid kickstart your day. So whether you're working or just creating beautiful memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every single moment. So no matter where you're at as you chase after those goals, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee you
My king to
say that
he's not part of Fourth Estate anymore. But somebody asked Honorable John Dumelo that he had declared his assets.
And he hasn't.
And he did say, I did a long time ago. And then Fourth Estate have come to say, that's a lie. We called you exactly a week ago on April 23rd, and you admitted that you hadn't declared your assets. You said you had traveled when they were submitting it and that you'd submit it soon. So how did you declare it a long time ago? All right. It's Boo's Baz.
I think the 1st of, was it 1st of May or 1st of March? There was an ultimatum as to when the declaration should be done. I don't see what it takes to declare your assets. I don't see, because if you're not the government, so if you have stuff for, how hard is it to declare that? And the president has stood in public places to actually ask that this be done. And reluctant. That's not right. That's not very right. Anywho.
He did say that there would be sanctions towards it.
Yeah, we'll wait for that.
So we'll wait for it. All right. Yes, you rightly said. Today's Labor Day. Today's May Day. It's everywhere. So it will be trending. Happy Workers' Day. Happy New Month. Workers' Day, May Day, trending. Labor Day, trending. Lamine Yamal, this guy...
stressing you out?
No, not stressing me out.
Not stressing you out.
This guy is a wonder kid.
Oh.
I now understand. There was a picture. Well, though, I don't know how true it is. I'll be asking the Barca fan who is right.
Oh, I'm a Barca fan to ask me.
Oh, you're a Barca fan?
I'm asking me.
Okay, then let me. No, wait, let me ask you.
What?
Have you seen a picture of Lionel Messi way back into time baptizing a boy?
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
So, what I do know is that boy is Lamine Yamal now. So it's much more like he was transferring the magical boots to Lamine Yamal. Because what Lamine Yamal is doing right now is equal to what Messi was doing when he was part of the team.
Oh, amazing.
Amazing champ.
Amazing.
Like, how do you go from a 2-0 deficit to just... Oh my goodness, this guy.
And that was what joining Barca.
Debbie, no. I will not join Barca for whatever reason it is. I will not join Barca. See, like, sometimes you wonder, you are there and you ask yourself questions. You were asking yourself a question.
Yeah.
Me too, I was asking myself a question. Because me sure born, me say, na one mama magical boots ni bi. So I say, this time. Yay!
Idea Falcon. Oh,
She.
so power pebble Lizzy Ann-Kwagbedzi.
Oh, Nami Bobo.
Is that there by ya?
Anyone, but David rightly told you.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Anyone who used to be in Ivory Coast with me. I mean, my Ivorian peers see me today on TV and they're like,
So how do you say so you did not play football in French?
donc tu n'as pas joué le ballon.
Donc tu n'as pas joué ballon.
Je n'ai pas joué ballon.
How do you say why?
Pourquoi?
Pourquoi?
Je ne sais pas, c'est Dieu.
As well. It is well. Akabai now me this kakesi.
But I can't now minimum.
Ampo.
Like I don't know you.
Low key. Oh.
I can buy that video with it. Oh, but trouble. I can't have minimum. I don't know you. From me found your shit.
And can me a TV now and say, oh, you know how we drool over these.
Oh, but like my name will be Dado.
Ah.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Any Ivorian peer of mine knows the name Dado until date. Yes, if you call David right now, he will say, oh, Dado.
What does that mean?
When I was a kid, they will call me Kwejo. That's my name.
Yes.
My name is Kwejo.
Yeah.
So I couldn't pronounce Kwejo. I would say Dado.
Dado.
And it stuck.
Oh.
Yeah. I couldn't say Kwejo. So I said Dado.
Yeah. Dado.
So it stuck. It stuck. Yeah, by this time, like Dado. Dado number 11, because me number ball wings.
Hey.
Yeah.
And we are slender in
Ah, me femo. It is.
But when you come back was a boy.
It's fine. Okay, Attorney General is trending.
Oh,
A plus will definitely be trending. Rescue. Who are we rescuing? But anyways, only A plus where?
A plus was sitting.
All right, so GTV Ghana says, if A plus has any evidence of corruption or thievery against me, I am challenging him today to call a press conference and present evidence to the police to investigate me. And that's it right here.
Attorney General. Okay, so we can watch his thing.
I am reliably informed that his basis of saying that I am corrupt and a thief is that I took campaign contribution from a businessman at East London known as Dr. Sledge, and that he also knows the people who pay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if receiving donations for your campaign or getting a pickup for a campaign is thievery or corruption, then there are 276 thieves in Parliament, including the person who was making the allegation himself. But let him be warned that in my hometown of Zorungu, we do not fear mud being thrown at us. On the contrary, we walk into the mud to deal with the person doing the mud slinging. And I am prepared to walk into the mud with A+. Because what I have about him and the National Service scandal, he should come and tell you. I'm challenging him.
Did I hear National Service scandal?
I did though.
Wow. Okay, let's see what people are saying.
That's why his rebuttal was that.
Nana 19 Front says, hey, as for campaign donations, we will digest it later. The whole system is flawed. Yeah, say, no, that is not true. What I said was because according to my information, you went to beg for 500,000 cedis, that you were going to use it to bribe the appointment committee of parliament. And for your information, you are not the only one. If you are...
Yeah, so that came from...
yeah. Kwejo says, and if it is true, you are all thieves in the parliament. Kofi Mercy Boat says, take him on if you have a case. If not, you are the work plus your hypocritic mind like, hey, Charlie. Oh boy.
Omode Kalije abefra.
Chale omode Kalije ni Kevin Taylor ni afra.
Oh.
Just say obi agene there. All right, inti we am say we there obi mad the whole summary. Was number one, Dr. Ayine said they were aware a member of parliament took bribe to help kill the NSS scandal in the media. Dr. Ayine didn't mention anybody's name. Number two, then A+ posted a long article accusing Dr. Ayine of taking bribes to reconstitute the finance committee to pass the sanitation levy, so some of the money will go to his Dr. Ayine friend, and that AG should not act silly. Then number three, Dr. Ayine just held a press conference denying taking any bribe and stating he was not on the finance committee, but said A+ should bring the evidence he has. He also asked the media to ask A+ what he knows about the NSS scandal. Number four, now he has moved from the finance committee to the appointment committee, claiming Dr. Ayine took $500,000 cedi to bribe the appointment. Dr. Ayine bribed a committee with majority NDC members in a parliament with 2/3 majority NDC members.
Good question. Doesn't make sense. So if all the people, I mean, a good number of people on that committee are his people, and they revere Dr. Ayine as much, why would he need to bribe them?
With all due respect, says, I've not stolen before, nor have I received a bribe. The accusations by Kwame Asari-Obeng, A+ and Abronye are palpably false. I challenge A+ to provide evidence for those baseless allegations. And so that's what is trending.
Davido and Chioma are not trending.
Yo, her what? Her 30th birthday?
Hey. When they
What did she get? What did she get? A G-Wagon?
A G-Wagon, baby.
Okay.
It's a G...
You are past 30, so...
I'm 30. I'm still 30. Yeah. Past 30, baby.
Debbie,
I'm still 30. When it's June 8th, I'll still be 30. June 9th, I'm already 31.
No, June 8th, you are
June 8th,
you are plus one.
I'm 30.
June 8th, you are plus one.
June 9th, I'm 30. It's June 10th that I'll be 30.
Hey.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Actually, Jay, the next month is your birthday.
Yes. First week. Please, this time.
I'm in pain.
You're in pain, saying?
I'm already 31.
You are growing.
I'm growing.
You've grew it. You've grew it. You've grew it, man. Sensational guy.
What's going on?
The guy that I was talking of. This is him.
And the glasses got the cost way in so.
We the M say time omu winning Copa de Real no. Yeah. And you know, I just really love his he has a small brother, very cute boy, and I love their bromance. It's so nice. Yes, Alejandro Garnacho's best player in the world. Can you believe this? At 17, he's 17 years.
Hey.
17 years.
Hey.
This guy is just phenomenal. Let's watch this. Says wow, who says wow? A lot of.
I saw some say, would you read?
Incredible. Atomic says thank you for the extra quality, monsieur. I mean, the guy is just on fire, and you know he plays just like Messi. Quick feet. Yesterday, the goal he scored, I could literally just see a Messi goal. Yeah. Because, I mean, no one, you know, there's ball sense. There's ball sense. And there's force me to play nonsense. They are two different things. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is he playing?
So he's playing ball sense. Yeah. But I'll give you a player's name who has forced me to play nonsense.
Who's that? It's not Mbappe, is it?
He's not.
It's not Mbappe, is it?
It's not what?
Mbappe.
Mbappe. No. Mbappe there. Mbappe there. On the who man actually. Nah, was starting here in the kitchen. No. Internet friend Mbappe no. Ope Mbappe. So what I see. On the who
you survive this analysis.
Who man actually.
No, Pepe.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
But this is sounding like first me play nonsense, but to me,
who?
The way you are saying it.
This one. Maybe you didn't get the irony of the whole thing. So, anyway.
Goodness gracious.
Yes. Okay, let's see why LeBron is trending when it comes to basketball. All right, so Leroy Smith says it's ironic that the longevity LeBron is praised for will actually be what hurts his legacy in the end. If LeBron and the Lakers lose this series against Minnesota, I don't want to hear about LeBron being a top 5 all-time player. Wow.
You see, that's a very good thing. The caption speaks a lot of volumes. You see, you know what they say about leave when the applauds are louder? Yeah, I think this is the time.
So you want him to?
I honestly...
He's playing with his son. And I think everybody, even Cristiano Ronaldo says he wants to play with his son. I don't know where this one is coming from, but, well...
He's played enough with his son. It's okay. He should take the back bench and support his son as his coach. Or you know, because if he begins to lose games, then all his accolades will begin to be stripped of him. And it will not make sense for all of that hard work that has gone into it.
Backwards Basketball says the downfall was always going to hit hard. The karma of bad talking the Wizards' years was always lurking. I don't know the history around that. I don't know whether he used to talk about some people and now it's getting to him. Well, yeah. Samuel Mortis says, if you ain't winning, you are losing. If he plays, let's say, 24 years with only 4 rings, that's not good at all, fam. What he playing for? Salen Jack says it will only get worse once he retires. PEDS issue with 100% haunt him. Malak says, LeBron out of my top 10 list. If he play next year, then he out of my top 15 list. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You're just taking him way back. All right. Well, since today is Workers' Day, let's see how people are celebrated Workers' Day for today. Happy Workers' Day to everyone pushing through hard times to support themselves and their loved ones. You are appreciated. That's a female.
Yeah.
Wow. Happy Labor Day, a moment to thank the workers who make our lives more comfortable. Yes. So a lot of, you know. Happy New Month, Happy Workers' Day. What team they work for you?
It's working marriage. Or family.
Okay. So this is it. A lot of going around. Okay. Well, with that being said, that wraps it up for our, right here on the AM Club. Once again, it's the special edition of Workers' Day right here on the AM Club. Quick turn. When we come back, we dive straight into our in-depth stories. Our guest is on standby for that. Please do call a friend to tune in. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes video, minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
It's the 1st of May 2025. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning News on the AM Club. My name is Augustine Adam-Kobi to say it's time to recap what's been trending here in Ghana over the past 24 hours. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Ade. Ade like Ade.
Right.
Is a working day. Workers' day. Yeah. We're proud of ourselves for being here and doing what we do best.
Okay.
Yes. Inti. Then
Kennedy Ohini Japan has withdrawn from the MPP thank you tour. He's also announced his bid to contest the 2028 elections, and before that, as the flag bearer, he will contest the MPP primaries ahead of the 2028 elections with the aim of leading the party in the upcoming 2028 elections. It's raised a lot of conversations internally and also externally. Internally within the party, as well as generally public sentiment and opinions of the public, stressing that, you know what, you tried in 2024, it didn't work out. Why don't you just support whomever the party wants to support and then push the agenda? It's generated a lot of conversations because people think it's bringing a lot of division into the party. Looking at the fact that MPP is on a united front initiative ahead of the 2028 elections has raised a lot of concerns. People are questioning if it would be possible for the MPP to bounce back in 2028.
From the way they are going, and the way they are, the whole thing is looking this way, they better start getting things together.
Well,
if not, it would go against them, and they do know.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't get it, because they know that the tangent in when we're going, this road is the road not taking. That's the poem that I read in high school.
Right.
The road not taking. You I mean, but well, let's see how it goes with them. Yeah.
But also the conversation about Edu Boahen, his wife, and then the other two accused persons. Well, they've pleaded to charges that were leveled against them yesterday when they appeared in court. There's a lot of conversation, especially since they've been slapped with some 11 charges. Accused persons, Edu Boahen bearing a little over 5 charges against him, corruption-related offences, together with his wife and others. There's a Mildred in as one other person.
Mildred?
So she is in connection with the whole conversation. We do not know who exactly she is, but we know she was part of the whole alleged scandal at the Signals Bureau. So yeah, you pleaded not guilty. It's to be a long run. But yeah, let's get into the details of that particular story, starting off with the courts where 4 accused persons in the National Signals Bureau case, Kwabna Edu Boahen, his wife, Angela Eje Boateng, Mildred Donko, and Advantage Solutions Limited have pleaded not guilty to all charges leveled against them. Now, the court, presided over by Justice Eugene Nyandu, directed that the charges be read to the accused persons and their pleas taken. Now, the first accused person, that's Kwabna Edu Boahen, has faced 7 individual counts. These include 3 counts of stealing, defrauding by false pretense, willfully causing financial loss to the state, using public offense for profit, and operating property by false statement. Now, his wife, Angela Eje Boateng, has been charged individually with 1 count of collaborating with Kwabna Edu Boahen to use his office for personal gain. Now, in addition, the couple have been jointly charged with conspiracy to steal. Furthermore, all 4 accused persons, Kwabna Edu Boahen, Angela Eje Boateng, Mildred Donko, and Advantage Solutions Limited, are facing charges of money laundering and conspiracy to commit a crime, specifically money laundering. Now, all accused persons pleaded not guilty to the charges. Meanwhile, the judge is expected to hear in-camera evidence from the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, who is seeking to remove Kwabna Edu Boahen. The Attorney General also alleges that the first accused person has attempted to tamper with a key witness in the case. Now, the judge has granted all accused persons temporary bail under the existing conditions, pending a determination on Friday based on the in-camera evidence by the Attorney General. So tomorrow, Friday, April 2nd, 2025, the justice or the judge sitting on this case is going to hear in-camera evidence or is going to have an in-camera appearance with the Attorney General, where the Attorney General is going to elaborate further on what exactly these charges leveled against Edu Boahen and 3 other accused persons, Mildred Donko, Angela Boateng, who is his wife, and Solutions Consult Limited as well. We'll bring you updates with regards to that particular story. But now, in the courts, as the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, said that former Director General National Kwabena Edu Boahen orchestrated a dubious scheme that led to a financial loss of $7 million to the state. According to Dr. Ayine, this scheme involved the illegal diversion of state funds for personal and private use. This disclosure was made during a press briefing in Accra yesterday, April 30, 2025, where the Attorney General confirmed that the state has filed 11 charges against Edu Boahen, his wife Angela Boateng, and 2 other accomplices. The charges include stealing, defrauding by false pretense, money laundering, conspiracy to commit crime, causing financial loss to the state, and using public office for profit. Now let's recap what he said at the press conference yesterday.
I wish to let it be known that the delay in filing charges came about because our diligent investigation team came across yet another scheme hatched by Ms. Edu Boahen, this time involving Ghana Water Company Limited. This criminal enterprise involved the purported provision of secured internet services to Ghana Water Company Limited by the Bureau of National Communications, now National Signals Bureau. The contract document showed Ghana was to pay BNC, that is the national BNC, the sum of 650,000 Ghana cedis every 2 weeks for secured internet services from BNC, that is the Bureau of National Communications. However, for purposes of the payment, Kwabena Edu Boahen provided the account details of his company, BNC Communications Bureau Limited, to Ghana Water, which religiously paid for the internet services. In other words, every 2 weeks when 650,000 Ghana cedis of money from Ghana left the bank accounts of Ghana Water to the National Signals Bureau account, it went to the account of a company as Bureau of National Communications owned by Kwabena Edu Boahen and his wife, and then they did what they wanted to do with the money. So every month, Ghana Water paid 1.3 million Ghana cedis to Kwabena Edu Boahen and his company in exchange for internet services provided by the government. Because remember that the National Signals Bureau is a government agency. Now come to think of it, that the government agency is providing secured internet services to Ghana Water Limited, a limited liability company solely owned by the same government. And Ghana Water is spending money that they do not have, okay, to pay for internet services at that cost, 1.3 million Ghana cedis every month. In fact, the figure rose to 1.5 million Ghana cedis every month at the close of our investigations. Now, you remember that in 2020, Bureau of National Communications became National Signals Bureau. And so, because the contract documents stipulated that the payments be made to Bureau of National Communications, Ghana Water then demanded that the check payments be made to National Signals Bureau because of the change in the corporate identity of BNC. What then happened was that any time the check was made out to National Signals Bureau and it landed in the accounts of National Signals Bureau, Kwabena Edu Boahen, as Director of National Signals Bureau, would then...
There you have it, Dr. Dominic Ayine, General Minister for Justice, speaking at a press conference yesterday, where he said that an amount of 1.3 million Ghana cedis was used or paid by the Ghana Water Company Limited purposes of the provision of internet by the Signals Bureau, then the Bureau of Communications. But unfortunately, those funds were not diverted into the state account, but that of Kwabena Edubwahi and his wife's company for the provision of state internet access to the Ghana Water Company Limited. We'll bring you updates subsequently with regards to this. But what we know as of now is that 11 charges has been slapped against himself. That's Kwabena Edubwahi, his wife, and 2 other accused persons. We hope to see the trajectory of this particular conversation as the legal battle is set to begin tomorrow, when the judge presiding over this case is going to hear in camera evidence or provisions made by the Attorney General to substantiate his claims against Kwabena Edubwahi and his wife. Let's still do some legal stories, as Akonta Mining Company Limited has filed a lawsuit against the Minerals Commission and Lands Minister Emmanuel Ama-Kofi-Boa. Now, the company is 20 million Ghana cedis in over allegations of illegal mining and corruption in protected forest reserves. In a writ filed at the Accra High Court on April 24, 2025, Akonta Mining claims that the minister, Ama-Kofi-Boa, defamed the company during a press conference on April 22, 2025, accusing it of orchestrating illegal mining operations in the Tano Nirim Interim Forest Reserve. The company denies these allegations, stating that its legally acquired mining licenses granted in 2021 are outside the reserve. Now, Akonta Mining is seeking, like I said, 20 million Ghana cedis in damages for defamation, a retraction and public apology from the minister, and a court injunction barring further allegations or false statements against the particular company. Now, they filed the public writ. They filed a writ at the Accra High Court. So let's walk you through what that writ is saying. So this is between Akonta Mining Company Limited, the plaintiff, and the defendants, the Minerals Commission and Emmanuel Ama-Kofi-Boa, are stated as the defendants. And this is an action having been commenced against you, be the issue of this writ by the above named the plaintiff, Akonta Mining Company Limited. You are hereby commended that within 8 days after service of this writ on you, inclusive of the day of the service, you do cause an appearance to be entered for you, the Minerals Commission and Emmanuel Ama-Kofi-Boa, and take notice that in default of your so doing, judgment may be given in your absence without further notice to you, and it was dated on the 29th of April 2025 and stamped by the Acting Chief Justice Paul Bafo Boni. Well, it's interesting, but let's put this into proper perspective and understand why Akonta Mining has taken legal. We know that on the 22nd of April, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Ama-Kofi-Boa, came out with a press statement and a public documentary where some evidence was brought out as to the extent of the damage being caused by Akonta Mining in some forest reserves in the Ashanti region. We know that some allegations of legal breaches in terms of acquiring lands and selling to others for illegal mining or mining purposes was also stated by the minister as allegations leveled against Akonta Mining. Then we saw the revocation of the license of Akonta Mining. It brought up some conversations. We saw the following day that Akonta Mining, that is Wuntumi came up with the statements denying the allegations as false and did not have any evidence, to substantiate the claims of the minister. Now, fast forward, we've seen that Akonta Mining is suing the minister for defamation and is seeking some 20 million Ghana cedis in damages. We have to see the trajectory of the conversation. Like I always say, we'll bring you updates with regards to that particular story. From that, Dramani Mahama has submitted the names of 7 justices to the Supreme Court of Ghana. Now, these nominations announced on Tuesday will be reviewed by the Judicial Council and, if approved, will be forwarded to Parliament for vetting and confirmation in accordance with Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution. The nominees are recognized for their extensive experience on the bench and contributions to Ghana's legal system. Now, a statement was put out with the tall list of, well, a list, not too tall, a list of 7 individuals who have been appointed or who will be appointed if given the nod. So, pursuant to Article 1442 of the Constitution of Ghana, His Excellency, the President John Dramani Mahama, has nominated the following justices of the Supreme Court of Ghana of Appeal to Justice of the Court of Appeal to be considered for the appointment to the Supreme Court. And he has Justice Sir Dennis Dominic J, Justice Gabriel Simon Subare, Justice Senyo Jamefe, Justice Kweku Teria Aka Boafo, Justice Philip Bright Mensah, Justice Janapare Battels Kujo, Justice Hafisata Amalebo has also been appointed. Attached are their curricula vitae. I trust that the council will expedite action on their considerations. Please accept the assurances of my highest office, and was signed by Callistus Mahama, Secretary to the President. Now, if these individuals go through, what the statement is saying that is pursuant to Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, 7 individuals to the Supreme Court. What does this mean? We'll be getting some conversations later on in coming weeks as legal experts will be giving their bite on this particular subject. But now let's just stay on President John Dramani Mahama, as he has emphasized that the National Apprenticeship Program will create over 500,000 jobs to bridge the youth unemployment gap in the country. According to him, the newly launched program will afford the beneficiaries the opportunity to learn directly from experienced master craftsmen and women across various trades, including tailoring, welding, hairdressing, carpentry, auto mechanics, robotics, among others. Now, speaking at the launch of the event in Tamale on April 30, 2025, President John Dramani Mahama underscored the importance of the program and admonished the youth to take advantage of this initiative.
Today is a growing youth population with limited skills. But Ghana is blessed with a vibrant and youthful population. Yet too many of our young citizens find themselves battling unemployment and underemployment. Recent data from the Ghana Statistical Service reveals that the youth unemployment rate stands at 12.6% for those aged between 15 to 35 years, with an alarming 29% of young people neither engaged in education, in employment, or in training. These figures are not just statistics. They represent real lives of our children. Through this initiative, we seek to provide structured, high-quality vocational training to over 500,000 young people. Young Ghanaians over the next 5 years will start with an initial cohort of 10,000 apprentices nationwide. The National Apprenticeship Program will deliver comprehensive training in a wide range of sectors. We have agriculture and agro-processing. And so if you want to go into agriculture and agro-processing, you can enroll as an apprentice. We will teach you fish farming. We will teach you poultry keeping, how to raise chickens. We will teach you beekeeping so that you can produce honey for the market. We will teach you food preservation so that you can process food for the market. If you want to become or go into craftsmanship, we have various models. We have masonry, we have carpentry, we have plumbing, we have electrical works, and so you can become an electrical technician. In the traditional crafts, we have pottery making, how to make pots. We have bead making, how to make beads. We have weaving, palua. I'm born at Alem Palua, Anto Chantibi. We have leather work. Under fashion and beauty, we have dressmaking, we have hairdressing, we have how to do makeup, how to paint the face, makeup, lipo. Under manufacturing, we have building, we have furniture making, and we even have basic robotics.
The National Apprenticeship Program is one of government's initiatives under the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment aimed at providing free technical and vocational training to young people, as well as equipping them with skills for self-employment. Now, the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, George Opariado, emphasized that the program will ensure job creation to bridge the unemployment gap in the country.
Today, we gather not merely to launch a program, but to ignite a national promise. A promise that every young Ghanaian deserves the tools to shape their destiny. Today is not just another date on the calendar. It is a point. Today, we launch a movement of hope, of skill, and of empowerment. Today, we declare to the youth of Ghana, your time is now. Your future is in your hands, and your government, led by President John Dramani Mahama, stands firmly with you. Today, I express my sincerest appreciation to the President John Dramani Mahama and his government for following through on promises. President Mahama, the youth of Ghana are grateful. With today's launch and with this program, we are not only addressing the skills gap in our workforce, but also nurturing the entrepreneurial spirit within our youth. By fostering a culture of apprenticeship, we can bridge the divide between education and employment, ensuring that our young people are not just job seekers, but also job creators. President Mahama, the youth of Ghana are grateful. With today's launch and with this program, we are not only addressing the skills gap in our workforce, but also nurturing the entrepreneurial spirit within our youth. By fostering a culture of apprenticeship, we can bridge the divide between education and employment, ensuring that our young people are not just job seekers, but also job creators.
Now let's switch comes from government and the NDC to that of the New Patriotic Party, where former Member of Parliament for Central Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong has officially announced his withdrawal from the ongoing thank you tour by the New Patriotic Party, citing security threats to his supporters. Now, his decision follows a violent incident involving the stabbing of a student from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology affiliated with the Unity Hall. And now, Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong and his team have since lodged an official complaint with the Kumasi Central Police Command. Now, speaking to the media yesterday, Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong confirmed his withdrawal from the tour and vowed to pursue justice for the victim. He also used the opportunity to announce his intention to contest in the MPP primaries with the aim of becoming the party's flag bearer ahead of the 2028 general elections.
We are around, we invite other contestants for unity's sake. It's important. See, never go any. But we share in your man a course with me. If he say semi-free more, Dr. Bawumia, now I am because tension a woman send baby a ball who pour so casa. Now media for his mukamu. Yebekasa free program as a crane all over the place. And some will be all true, you will be all twisted on his head. If he say, Nipa Minomo Namano mean to me and protect you because we a binomo any abraced by hook or crook. I will say one candidate near Deneba. It is a Oko baby crown will be a show t-shirt na Eko Bruno. Emfa and Kabumba, Intimeno, for the sake of party and for the sake of unity. I'm withdrawing. Namashe akolana ayikanu na nienti ame withdraw no say enuanom na edi machi no ahye no ma hwede ya ne students imponi na ne ebedru sa amrante no so ndi me fi say we have to stay away and let Dr. Bawumia continue on his talk. Fi say ebeboa but we will also regroup ourselves in an appropriate time. Bibi also to be a boa party. Bibi I was to enhance my chances here. And I'm taking this opportunity to tell you that I'm going to contest. And I'll contest until they should be ready. Whatever they want to do, nobody can stop me from contesting. Go party and build their check.
Well, there you have it, ahead of the 2028 elections. Well, the big question is who leads both parties, the NPP and the two dominant parties, the NPP and the NDC. We've heard from the camp of the MPP, where Kennedy Ohene Japan says he is going to contest the MPP primaries ahead of the 2028 elections. Would Dr. Bawumia be also contesting the MPP primaries? Would we see a face-off between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and that of Kennedy Ohene Japan, as we saw ahead of the 2024 general elections? Well, the big question, your guess is as good as mine. We hope to see in coming years or months who the faces of the two political parties will be ahead of the 2028 elections. Not only those two political parties, but the others as well. But now let's do some entertainment. The Black Star Experience, the overreaching program for tourism, culture and creative art, will be launched today, Thursday, May 1st, 2025. Now, this event will take place at the Freedom and Justice Monument at the Black Star Square in Accra. The Black Star Experience is the NDC's flagship culture, arts and tourism brand to redefine and affirm a Ghanaian identity, attract investment, create new jobs and increase tourism. It will undertake a year-round celebration in all the major entertainment, artistic and educational disciplines. Now, according to President John Dramani Mahama, the Black Star Experience will be the government's flagship initiative aimed at establishing Ghana as the gateway to Africa for the global diaspora. According to him, the program, which is captured in the 2024 manifesto of the National Democratic Congress, as well as the 120-day contract of the NDC, will feature thoughtfully curated cultural, historic and creative experiences in collaboration with the private sector, diplomatic missions, ministries, departments and other agencies. He also noted that the Black Star Experience will encompass activities such as the concert party competitions, film events and street carnivals. Well, today will be the day this initiative would be launched by the President at the Black Star Monument here in Accra. As part of his 120-day contract, we know that he's been, this week has been a lot for him as he achieved a number of things on the 120-day contract, knowing that it's going to elapse next week. Well, we hope to bring you that conversation as and when it's launched and the sentiments of Ghanaians with regards to this, especially in the industry. But guys, that's how we end up the news here on the AM Club. My name is Austin Gamey. For more news and updates, remember to join us online, mx24online.com, mx24gh, and mx24 news and updates when you visit that platform.
Augustine, thank you so much for coming in with the very best of in-depth stories right here on the AM Club. Well, quick turn. When we come back, let's get into some sports. We'll be right back after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
So welcome back. It's time for us to get into some sports. It's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If you place bets using your code, all right, if they place bets using your code, you will earn 4%. It doesn't matter if they're winning or you're losing, all right? If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more cash you get. Win, all right? So start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more. On to our first story. Legon City's football club has parted ways with their head coach, Yao Echampong, following a poor run in the 2024 to 2025 Ghana Premier League. Now, the club is ranked 17th in the 18-team league standings and has gone on a 7-game winless run, including losses to Accra Lions, Basake, Holy Stars, Karela United, and Samatics. A champion was appointed in January 2025 after being dismissed from his role at Aduana Stars. Legon Cities currently has 25 points and is 4 points off 16th ranked Karela United. Now away from Ghana Premier League into some Champions League action. Barcelona secured a draw in a Champions League semi-final against Inter Milan after a 6-goal first leg thriller. Now Inter scored the fastest goal in the competition's history with Marcus Thuram's backheel flick. Lamine Yamal, Barca's captain, assist. Fran Torres equalized for Inter in the 38th minute, but Dumfries scored the second goal in the 63rd minute too as well. And Barca leveled the match 2 minutes later with a 25-yard strike from Rafinha. The tie remains in the balance with the second leg scheduled for Inter Milan next week, Tuesday. And they'll settle in for the scores when Barcelona moves all the way to Inter Milan to see what that happens. Well, away from that, let's do some basketball now. The Los Angeles Lakers were eliminated in the NBA playoffs after a 4-1 series victory by the Minnesota Timberwolves, who won 103-96 in Game 5. The Lakers aimed to equal the Boston Celtics record for an 18th championship, but were beaten for the second consecutive year after Rudy Gobert's dominant performance. Bad luck, or better luck next time to the Lakers on this one. Well, that wraps it up for sports updates. So right there, it's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting with plays. Friends, fans, and if they place bets using your code, you earn 4% of their wager. Doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss. If they bet, you earn cash, and more people that bet with the code, your cash. Start sharing and winning with influencers exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. The Game Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more. Do visit 20 on all fun excitement of this show. Yes, featuring engaging conversation and content you can afford to miss.
Thank you so much, for coming through with those sports and stories. Now catch up with all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports and business inside on mxonline.com. Now it's time for entertainment and showbiz right after this short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports, latest pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
In technical terms, I'm say that I'm a waste manager. By in a layman's understanding, I'll say I'm a baller boy.
When you hear the name Waste Man Ghana, I should tell you something.
Yes.
Here on the AM Club, my name is Lizzy. As usual, I give you everything that is trending in entertainment, and beyond. You will see us right there. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Blessed, beautiful, and very successful.
You look it as usual every single time. Good morning, Jay Kojadasivre.
Good morning.
Jerome,
What is going on?
I asked him why he's so extra. He said I was going to do it.
Ask Jehovah.
Yes, exactly. That's a good answer.
It's a good answer.
He made me extra.
Violence.
If he's extra, then what am I?
You're cute. I think you're cute. A little extra, but Jay is really extra.
She's E-drama.
Yeah, you are dramatic.
She's
You're
drama.
cute, but
I can't drama.
Jay is extra.
I don't know. No, I can't
Don't I
drama.
can't drama.
What do you do?
The hip hop.
Violence.
See, you are not. These are the people that they are supposed to go for the opening of the Black Star.
Black Star experience.
Because you are not patriotic.
You're not Pan-Africanist.
Hey, no, you're not doing that yet.
Love and
hip hop because I've never fought before, and they always like that's why I.
You've never actually physically fought before.
No.
Oh, you're in the same soup with me.
And you've not thrown your hands before.
No, I have a table, not my hands.
The table is heavier than your hand.
That's my hands. The table. After I threw
I ran away.
Hey, you threw the table.
After I threw the table, I was like, what have I done, Lord?
What if the table went straight into the person's throat and killed them? Do you know that there was this fear my mom had when we were growing up there? She's like, don't physically fight with someone. Some people are walking around dead. So what if you touch them, they fall down and die? So when someone is, when I feel like, when I was growing up, when I feel like beating someone, in my mind I'm like, hey, what if when I touch this person dies?
See,
so I'll just leave.
See, after that day I threw the table, I vowed to my Lord and I that nothing and no one would get me out of character. Until now, it's been that way. In my head, I beat and they end up in the hospital, but not physically.
This is why she's so cute.
All the fight happens in my head. But let's quickly get into it. Now, Patapaa saying that his One Corner song is bigger than every song that Black Sherif has combined. Combined.
I think that's what he says to himself so he can sleep at night. It's okay.
No, but it's fine if your song. You just say your song. Don't bring somebody else's.
That's what he said. As Kweku the Traveler was bigger than his One Corner. Now he's saying the One Corner itself is bigger than all Black Sherif songs combined. And so let's quickly get into it. Ghanaian musician Patapaa is trending for a controversial claim that hit song One Corner is bigger than all of Black Sherif songs combined. That One Corner remains one of the biggest songs coming from Ghana and globally, and comparing him to the fast-rising artist Black Sherif is disrespectful. Black Sherif has yet to respond to Patapaa's bold statement, which has sparked discussions across social media and everywhere. Yesterday, television stations were reporting it on the entertainment. I watched that where everybody was reporting it. Because what do you... But it's fine. getting sleep.
Yeah, I mean, let
I was about to say, what do you mean? But I was like, no, you need to, you know,
believe in yourself.
Don't let anybody Rosemond always says. Believe in yourself.
You're getting the Lady Rosemond fever, it's catching you, It's good.
You see, yesterday I texted, I was like, I can't say.
Again, today I want to say congratulations for, you know, law now, when you have precedence. You shall set a precedence where you go and do it.
Yes.
But it's okay. I mean, if that's what's going to make him happy, I mean, why not? Black Sheriff, I don't think will find anything offensive about this. I think this will be very hilarious for him. Yeah. It's okay. Let him just continue to praise himself. That song was huge. Nobody is, you know, neglecting that fact. But I mean,
that song was so huge. I remember a video of it was circulating.
One corner.
God forgive me.
Yeah, one corner.
I will never do it
Jesus.
again.
I mean, I did one corner plenty times.
You did?
We did one at Exercise to Anna.
One corner, I did one play.
You did one corner.
I mean, I was in a
car. I was in a car, and then I was doing one corner, and my leg was okay. God forgive me. When I think about the things that I've done. All right, moving on away from that now. Davido is saying.
I'm sorry, please continue. This one was reflex, I promise. Continue, thank you.
But you don't even know what story I'm about.
Exactly, anything about the video is okay.
Okay. Now, he said the Nigerian entertainment industry was dry when he took a hiatus after his son's passing. He said even haters were even contacting him that, why are you? Come and let's hate on you. And all of that. And I think that's the impact that he has had on the Nigerian entertainment industry. For me, personally, I felt his absence. I'm sure you felt it. Everyone felt his absence. So when he finally came back and worked on his album and everything, I think it was a breath of fresh air for us because we had missed all of that. And so, yes, I'm excited. And I know what Davido is saying is the truth. This one, I'm not here to counter. No.
But remember the other artists who were working. So if you say it's the truth, maybe...
No, it's the truth. They were working. But
there was no impact.
Come on. Come on. Manuatsu.
We are sorry. We are sorry.
Okay, so Nigerian Afrobeat singer Davido has shared his brief exit from social media following the tragic loss of his 3-year-old son, Ifeanyi, in November 2022. The singer took a break to mourn privately with his family, and his absence led to a noticeable silence in the Nigerian music industry. Davido revealed that even his critics missed him, with many tweeting for his return. He eventually came back to social media in March 2023 to announce his new album, Timeless, which marked a powerful return to the music scene. Let's take a look.
When I was sitting on my couch, like, this time I didn't record it unavailable. There's no plan. All I know is that people, I knew that, damn, people love me because, bro, when I was not active, the whole industry shut down, bro. Like, I was seeing tweets like, damn, we do love him. It's so quiet out here. David, come back. Even the fans that hates me, like, please come back. We need to dish you, please. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I say, I did live my life. Man, they turned out to shoot on sites. Like, I really just live it.
I did live my life. Man, they turned out to on sight. That's the line. Oh, okay. That's good.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
Oh, you know, he was like, at the end of the video, he was like, I did live my life, man, they turn empty. And it was in that, they para. It's in that song. Yeah. JKD, you know what, someone.
Send it to you.
The video, why are you? Oh, that's how you know, Baba.
Okay.
Other one. And radio.
Oh, dear, what's now?
Oh!
As
they hot, they produce. Don't do like this. Don't do like this. Tomorrow will be 30 plus one day. It's not.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. Or it's dead news tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about
Let's talk about it. See, as you
it's
love
not dead
love,
news to us, so it's dead news to her.
Yes.
So please talk about
tomorrow
it.
we'll be talking about making.
I love what?
As you like to love, and as love is. As you see love story, you should have replaced it with this interview.
Sis, I don't know what it is, but I know you're going to. I see your face already. Don't call me a hater, but honestly speaking, the reason why I didn't add it, I'm not hating. I love their relationship. I love what's going on. I love it. But
MCQ. MCQ. You know
because there's been controversies over controversies.
Are you the type of person that never sees any good in someone after they have messed up? Because it used to be no. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Can I say something?
Here we go. Here we go.
I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation with.
We know.
Yeah, and I told him that the rate at which I can go from obsessed to not interested is scary, and he said yes. Because I think he said last week or something. I was just there and I wasn't really answering. I wasn't minding. And I'm like, no, that's not the case. Like, then you are wrong. And I said, what do you mean you're wrong? And he said that there's nothing like 100 or 0. That means that when you're not 100, they are uninterested. They are 0. It should be 100, then maybe 60, then 90, then 70, then this. But me, it's 100 or 0. And they say it's wrong or what?
No.
That I mean,
but that's how you feel, and that's how you want it. You want it 100 or 0. Like it's either I like you or
no.
I don't want to know.
What am I doing? What am I doing with confusion?
You're dead to me. Now, when it comes to, and that is why when you look in the past, some of the relationships, some of the marriages that survived, that we came to meet, that is our parents. If our parents and our mothers tell you the things they've had to survive in marriages, it will blow your mind. The kind of scandals they've had to deal with. My thing is, if you talk about Chioma leaving Davido, because Davido was being a boy, and I would not condone cheating on any level. I'm telling you, behind the scenes, the things that Chioma had done, there was no coming back into this relationship. Only God knows, back door we can talk about it, what Davido had to do to get her back into the relationship. So there's never been a point where she's done, okay, you have gone to cheat, welcome back, sir, food rice for you. There have never been that point. There has never been. And I like to water down that assumption. That's when the stories are flying on social media, then Davido is sitting in the room with her sipping on tea. It's never been the case. There have been breaks, there have been separations, there have been all of those things. But one of the things that I think both of them notice is that they're good energy to each other. And most importantly, the man realizes that even though I'm a mess, this girl is my soulmate. This girl completes this cycle of mine. And so I'm going to make things right. Have you noticed that even though we cannot tell that maybe behind the scenes he's doing other things, have you noticed that he's been intentionally visible around her?
Yes, I know, because he even said it on Hot 97 that he's done.
He's done with it because now he's grown. Two, all of those things have never given him a good name. Do you get what I mean? So for someone who is growing and wanting to build and now has kids, I'm telling you, that thing called children coming into the story, it changes everything. It changes everything. So I think that children coming in and also losing Ifeanyi has also taught him to do better. And now he's a little spiritual. Him, I'm telling you, has also changed. Ubi and the squad used to be on Chioma's side helping, but they've all moved into Davido's camp, and you can tell the difference. These men have gone through bigger scandals, and they can tell and advise. So that's why the circle that you belong to matters a lot. After that squad got into Davido's camp, you can see a few changes. You can tell that maturity has stepped in. And so I'm very excited that after all the suffering that she has suffered, all the embarrassment and insult, at least 1 minute be our love, kakra gold, kakra diamond, kakra G-Wagon, kakra shrimps, kakra Birkins, kakra, it helps.
Are you there talking? I know that's not a relationship you're ever going to be in.
I know.
So but okay. I know.
But if the sister is enjoying, okay. I'm not gonna do that, but okay.
Congratulations for
absolutely.
Chioma. Congratulations to Chioma. She deserves it all. She deserves it all.
Yeah.
She deserves it all.
Yeah.
I tap into it. Every Range Rover in the name of Jesus. I call it down.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. All right, we're moving away from that. But it looks like when God said when God said that He's going to use people. that we don't expect. It's pelted it. He wasn't joking, no.
No.
Because tell me why all our R&B superstars just recently, what we watched about Dumedu Black.
Yeah.
We've had Copy. This guy, Nice, the one who sang Fine, 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 he's now Reverend, he's a minister, Nice. We have Fantasia here, who said she's been running from doing a gospel album. And finally, she has released her gospel album. And she didn't just release it, she gave a surprise performance returning to American Idol stage. Let's take a look. This is just the tip of the iceberg, Charlie. This is the tip of the iceberg, and I'm happy for her. So, American singer Fantasia has made a powerful return to American Idol, debuting her new single "Have Your Way" on the show. This marks a significant moment in her music journey as she finally embraces her gospel roots after years of exploring other genres. In a sparkling silver gown earned her a standing ovation from the judges and audience. According to Fantasia, the world needs more God right now, and she's using her gifts to spread a spiritual message through her music. This new gospel album is her first solo release since 2019 Sketchbook, and fans are eagerly awaiting more music from this talented artist. So it's no more, I put my feelings in the pillow, and you say my name.
You have to remind us that she used to do sing. Anywho, I mean, what she said, the world needs
God
a lot of God now. Yes, the world needs a little bit more kindness, but more than that, the world needs a lot of God now. Because it looks like common sense, emotional intelligence is not helping. God himself has to come down and save all of us.
Yeah.
It's intentional shade, but also I think that genuinely, the world needs a lot of God now.
And honestly speaking, it looks like, because God wants to use me too. It's true. No, I'm serious, it's true. Because most people are like, go back to the choir, go back to the choir. But like now I'm in media team. You know, media team is you walk more and you be holding mic and like everybody will look like you know what I'm saying. So I don't know if this is a sign, Fantasia. Please let me know. Let me know.
Difficult. Life is really hard. I think if you're multi-talented, it's hard, but all the best.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have set your tone right for the weekend being. Now it feels like a weekend, yeah?
Yeah, it does.
I hope I set your tone right for the holiday, and there's more for you on this show, so don't go anywhere. And remember that every single time when I'm here, what do? I give you everything that is trending in Ghana, in Africa, and beyond. My name is Daphne Flashley, signing out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Daphne, for coming through with those entertainment stories. In today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. That is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. Now, at Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually accommodates the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. So please feel free to reach out to us on 050-1515-124 or 0539-135-073 so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. At Equity Health Insurance, we are here for you.
Well, Telecel has got good news for you. Yes, Telecel Cash, your secure and convenient cash platform, is still offering the lowest charges ever. Even better, sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash is still free on the Telecel Play app. So whether you are paying school fees, whether you are trying to send money to somebody to, chop cake, Just send.
Send the keke. Oh my God, I'm being man like
send the keke. Yeah. But you can make payment to all other networks anywhere cash transfer is accepted as a means of payment. Dial *110# or download the Telesop app today. Now send the keke. Send the keke. Telesop making that happen. All right, that's about it for Coffee Daily, brought you can courtesy Cowbell Coffee. They're with you every single moment. Up next, let's get into Lifestyle Daily. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind the videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
In technical terms, I would say that I'm a waste manager. By my layman understand, I would say I'm a baller boy.
When you hear the name Waste Man Ghana, I should tell you something.
The stigmatization.
My name is Mark Benjamin.
My name is Prekese.
I'm into the business of waste management, solid waste management.
I'm a waste manager. By my layman understand, I would say I'm a baller boy.
We are into the management of solid waste for both domestics and commercial. We are focused on a more sustainable way of managing waste.
Initially, we wanted to go into plastic collection because we saw that every time you go out there, you will see an element of plastic.
So we realized that, okay, every waste that's lifted from the households, the commercial places, they are all sent to the landfill site. What could be done to those wastes? We try to find out exactly what is not being done. Okay, why are they not being recycled? Because we are trying to solve a problem, so we came up with the idea of separation of the waste from source. It has been very challenging because it's hard to get to that, okay, separate your waste. Like, this is what we stand for, so we need you to separate your waste. At the end, we are promoting recycling.
Number 2, the stigmatization. One day, somebody once told me, you find a guy and then you're entering into waste management. After all the school and everything, you're going to waste management. And I was like, really?
I would say it's a perfect initiative because the majority don't have the support, don't have the funding to get done. And I believe the youth have ideas. I mean, some of the youth have wonderful ideas. So this initiative, I think, is an awesome one, a perfect one. So currently we have 50 employees.
Both the field and the office. Just imagine if we expand to other regions, we can be able to absorb more people.
So I've been working with Waste Man for 6 months now. Here so far in the 6 months it's been great. It's a good working environment, very friendly, very encouraging, very supportive.
Our doctor, I'm a ganyo, I'm a brother, they said le yinide, e me gado jesi chabe am kolola nyironye, labe nu yo katamye hia akọ mi afa do. O nana bele gbesoso roba nenye be miafa moto ble esia yi ke mi yo ben nde hiami kwa o pogbo be nde sia le tefe.
One thing that we realized when we came into waste management was there was no data on waste. So when we started, we make sure we get data. So I could tell you that all our customers will be serving for these 3 years, the new ones coming. We know the quantity of waste they produce every month.
Waste Man, they are doing an amazing job, and the way they approach their customer, even think of if any benefit at or any suggestion that they need from us to even add up here. I think they are doing an amazing job. coming to pick up our waste on time, and I would just tell them that they should keep doing the good work they are doing.
I see Wasteman to take up the mantle of household waste in the whole of the country.
We'll say for sure we are not there yet, but we believe we are doing an awesome work. What I would tell somebody who wants to start a business, look at your idea, look at real problems to solve. And once you start, your vision will drive you. It will keep. I remember all we could afford from the start was 2 waste bins. That was all we could afford, like from the pocket. Okay, let's do it. So we started with it.
Problem you okay? Let me affect bomb kude egberudo you attend at the cooking or catara that megaleji dem for no above door vibe no yeji.
Well done, Team Wasteman. We are so proud of you.
If we can do it, you can also do it. My name is Rojako. I'm a waste manager. Hope they
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes.
He just needs to share his code and make money. The more his codes are used,
the more money he makes.
Oh yes. So, what are you waiting for?
Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make
Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundary.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare status.
Get connected, feel the vibe.
When others try to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
Catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel, connecting energies.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles, you were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
Hi, my name is Ruki. I'm a TV host and a self-star. Cooking is my ultimate passion, and it's something I would say is my calling. Now, for those who cook a lot like me, there's one fact they always state. Decide how tasty your food is. And for me, the game-changing ingredients is water. Tap water at the moment is not the best in considering what's going on in the country. Also, such as water can taste weird and put, so it's a no-no for me. My number one choice for cooking is Jibu water. Cooking with Jibu water enhances the flavor of your food. And it's not just that. Unlike other brands where you have to pour it from a heavy bottle, the 20-liter dispenser bottle comes with a tap that makes things so easy. So you see how simple it is with Jibu? Cooking with Jibu gives you big flavors and great taste without all. Remember It's Jibu.
To thrive.
Welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. If you're just joining in, you made the right choice. My name is Miriam Udwa. You're welcome. These segments to be looking at how it all came about, what the significance of, and everything that matters around this conversation we are going to have right here on the show. So stay right here with us. Do not move. But before we get into our big conversation, let's talk about something Equity Health Insurance has for you. That is the Equity Micro Health Plan. Now, health care should be affordable and accessible to everyone, regardless of financial status. With this in mind, Equity Health Insurance introduces the Micro Health Plan, cost-effective health insurance solution tailored for market traders, artisans, small business owners, and low-income earners. Now, for as little as 52 Ghana cedis per month, you get access to outpatient and inpatient care, consultations with accredited health professionals, emergency medical assistance, essential medications, and diagnostic tests. The Micro Health Plan is built to ease the burden of healthcare costs, ensuring that medical services are within reach for individuals and families. Now, secure your health today. Contact us on 050-9339-414. That is 050-933-9414 or 050-996-9010 and enroll today for you. Now, with Jibu Water, staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking. With our option, innovative 20-liter bottle, tub, or any bottles, your dispensers will have a breath of new life as our clean and hygienic Jibu water for consumption. Whether you cool drink to quench your thirst or fresh cooking water to make your meals taste its best, Jibu water is the answer to your clean water needs. Yours today on call us on 020-9845-817. That's 020-9845-817 or visit our website at www.com/GH for more information about our brand. Jibu Water, we say a better life. Now, for our big conversation, like I said earlier, we're celebrating International Labour Day. We're celebrating all workers across the country, across the globe, for being such instrumental contributors to our very beautiful economy. Even the struggling ones still have workers doing their best in it. Now, joining us for the conversation via phone is Lizzy Ann-Kwagbedzi. I pronounced that well. Lizzy Ann-Kwagbedzi. She's the Deputy CEO, Gamey and Gamey Group, Employment Relations, Dispute Resolution Council. Lizzy.
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much for joining us, and happy International Labour Day to you.
I wish you same.
Oh, now, when we just will quickly dive into the conversation. Now, when it comes to Labour Day, we all know that, or most people might know, that this was when a lot of the conversation on working 8 hours, resting 8 hours and recreational activities for 8 hours. This was when this was communicated. In fact, this was brought together because it became imperative that timelines were put around how workers would, explore the times that are given. But what major challenges currently are workers in Ghana facing, especially because you work directly with most of them?
Thank you very much. And let me take this opportunity to wish all working people in Ghana and globally a happy Workers' Day. Like today is a day that globally we celebrate, especially our Ghanaian union and workers, the struggles and achievements of our working people, and much advocacy towards working conditions. I believe, if you are aware, the theme for this year's celebration is resetting pay and working conditions, the role of stakeholders.
Yes.
And if we are to dive into what are the challenges of the Ghanaian worker, I think that has been explicitly stated in the theme for this year's celebration. It's about pay, it's about advancing their working conditions, it's about inclusivity, how workers and workers' representatives can be included in the decisions that have to do with their working conditions and the pay system.
Awesome. Now, when we talk about this labor union, and I remember very well, and I always say this, I think every year I repeat this story, so I'm going to repeat it again, and I promise everybody this is going to be the last time. I worked in a factory, like a production company. They produce, and so you know that a lot of factory workers. And I remember very strongly that there were all these protests every now and then about the working conditions. And then when you ask them, do you belong to an organization? Do you belong to the labor union? Do you belong to some body that protects you? They'll tell you that, well, we do, but we don't see what they do for us. How effective is the labor union to these workers?
Well, I must say that we have very strong and active unions in Ghana. That notwithstanding, there are a lot of private institutions that use a lot of, I would say, outmodern methods and strategies of discouraging work from joining unions. They use, we call it professional victimization, where they use force and threat and put in some clauses in contract agreements that kind of put in some fear in the workers that should I want to be part of a union, I may get to lose my job. But that notwithstanding, there is a very strong advocacy. Unionization has grown in Ghana. We have very strong unions that are really advocating for the rights of workers. So there has to be some more education, and I think the workers need to be abreast with their rights as enshrined in the Constitution and the labor law. We have in Section 79 of the law that talks about the right of every worker to form or join a union of his or her choice for the promotion and protection of the workers' economic and social interests. So that is a right enshrined in the law. That is a right enshrined in the Constitution of Ghana. So a lot more education has to go into that. Another thing I think is a cause for that. I was also some 15 years ago in a similar situation that you just explained. I used to work in a place where you are not allowed to be part of the union. Then I didn't have much information and awareness of what provisions the law and the state of Ghana has made. So until I got in touch with it, I'm like, oh, wow. So I can actually be part of a union because unions are there to represent workers' interests. So if I can, that confidence that I don't have as a worker to go to management and advocate for certain conditions of services to be changed or to negotiate for an increase in pay, workers' unions, workers' representatives, which form the union, can do that on my behalf and save my face in my labor management relationship. So unions are very crucial, and a lot of education has to go into, especially for private institutions. In the government agencies, there's a high level of awareness. There's not much problem within the government space, within the public space, but a lot more in the private sector.
Now, I love that you bring the fact that, in fact, you may workers just directly dealing with employers is a recipe for disaster. And so the education around the labor union and its benefits is crucial at this time. Now, let's talk about the current wages of workers vis-a-vis living condition. From your perspective, do you think that we've made strides? Do you think that we're at a place where you can say that workers are very good? With us. So we want to talk about the wages of workers.
Thank you, Miriam. Sorry I lost you
Yes.
for a bit.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much for staying with us. But we're talking wages and living conditions. If you look at the wages that are available to workers now, vis-a-vis their living conditions, I keep saying conditions, living conditions, do you think that we are at a place where you say, okay, they're comfortable now, there's more that can be done, but they're comfortable?
Miriam, I think that's a very direct question because
I believe it is.
a pay or wage or that should make somebody comfortable is very relative. Just 2 days ago, I was in the Money Summit at Prekese, where we had financial experts in Ghana discussing the issue of income for and bringing, because of the point I'm going to make. One of the speakers mentioned in his submission that pay is very relative, and the more we earn, the more we have demand. Our lifestyle changes and all of that. And even if I used to earn 500 cedis 2 months ago, and my salary got revamped, saying to 5,000 cedis. By the end of the first month, that 5,000 cedis may not be enough for me because there is the issue of lifestyle change. But if we are looking at wage in the context of living conditions, then I must say that a lot of dialogue to go into that. Because the private sector, yes, we also have some downsides in there, but with the public sector, a lot more has to be done. I make mention that it's relative because and we also have the business performance. So if government is the employer or you have a private employer, when you are talking about wage in relation to living conditions, you also have to take into consideration the issue of the capacity to pay. So the living conditions may not be, the pay may not be relative to the living conditions. It's in relation to it, they may not be aligned. But I, as an employer, have the ability to pay up to or beyond the living conditions. Those are some of the narratives and discussions that I think the media needs to continue to drum home. The unions are doing a great job. Yes, a lot of workers are living beyond the living conditions of Ghana. Negotiation for about 5 of the national unions that are negotiating with government for sector and some other sectors of the public service. And I must tell you, when we do negotiations and negotiating on conditions of service and pay, I'm telling you, it is not something that is pleasant, because there was a case where we had to bring in a lab scientist from the north to come and talk about their working conditions. That was about early last year. The Deputy Minister of Employment was in that negotiation. He himself was taken aback and was like, whoa. So a lot more has to be done. Workers are living woefully beneath the living conditions. But we need to look at the economic of the employer. How is the business performing? Value so that we make more profit, so that we can advance the living conditions and the pay of the workers. It's a collective effort that comes not just from the worker, the employers, but also the workers have a role to play in it.
You're absolutely right. Now let's talk about what's your view on job security for both private and public sector. What's your view on job security?
Job security is broad, so you may want to be specific.
For a lot of people, for a lot of workers that we have here, sometimes you're in a job, but you're not sure, like what we experienced with the new government in power. A lot of people were laid off for different reasons. They were, and I'm not this entire conversation, but look at that again. Somebody who thought that they had been a couple of months ago are no longer employed. What and again, I intended for it to be a broad conversation. Your own perspective on how you feel about Ghanaians and job security.
Okay, thank you, Miriam. In relation to the recent happening, I believe there is a basis for that. If you follow the trend, I think late last month, a lot of back and forth in the media and in the public space. But like you said, governments as an employer came out with reasons for which they made those decisions that they made. And it has to be generally, if we talk about job security, I think the labor law is one of the most potent, the Ghanaian labor law, that is Labor Act 2003, Act 651, is one of the most potent and self-explanatory law. There's no hither to need somebody to come and help you interpret. There are provisions, explicit provisions, all of these things, including the job security of a worker. One of them is when you get into employment, the first thing you'd have to get is a contract of employment. And the law states in 13 that the contract must have written statements of the particulars of the employment, what you are employed for, the terms on which and conditions for that particular job. And Section 15 of the law gives us the grounds for termination of employment. So for me to say I have a secure job, I have a law that states, a national law that says that once I am employed, I have a contract with my employer. There is a ground. The employer cannot release me just because he feels like releasing me. There has a valid ground on which my employment will be terminated. So, law provides the framework for job security. So it is for workers to take advantage of those provisions and look for the appropriate bodies where they can seek redress in case they feel or they have been unfairly treated or they have their employment has been unfairly terminated.
And again, education needs to go into that. A lot of workers need to be told about all of these provisions that are available to them. Now, again, when we talk about job security, casual workers and contract, you know, a center of all of these, because again, you don't know when this ends. How does this condition of being a casual worker and a contract employee, how does it affect the life of a worker?
Well, it all boils down to availability of jobs. Okay, if I am an employer, the exigencies of the work will determine what kind of contracting do I want to go into. At best, everybody wants to have a employment, but what does the job role require? What are the exigencies? What is the demand? So those are the things that influence the kind of contracting. And no matter the type of contracting employees or workers get into, the law states that every kind of employment must be contracted. So even if I'm a casual worker, I must have my contract letter that tells the terms and conditions of service under which I'll provide work. If I am a contract worker, the pay, the pay in which my services are required, the kind of job that is required for the conditions of service under which I'll provide, all of them have to be explicitly stated because that is what becomes your protection as a worker should anything arise that does not align with the law.
Now, the big question, even politicians are asking, curb this issue, this conversation, employment. I'm going to swing back to, no, this is not directly connected to the conversation of employed people, but how do we now fix those who are not back into the system of employed?
I cannot speak for other employers. I think my previous response to your question in a way answers that. What is the service that is required? Or what skill do we require for service? Who can provide that service? You get me? So once you are able to answer these questions, and we don't just employ people because we want people to be gainfully employed. When we employ a worker, remember that the livelihood of that person, all those people that are dependent on the livelihood of that person, all come into your fold. So employment has to be strategically thought, and a lot of things need into play. One, do we have the jobs readily available? What are the skills that we are looking out for? What are the qualifications that we are looking out for? The experience that is required? Who are the people in the job market that can provide that? And remember, when you're employing as an employer, what it means, employment is a social partnership. It's like marriage. There has to be a need. Who needs to feed in need must be somebody that is adequately prepared, has the experience, has the expertise to add value. So when I say Miriam is my CEO and Miriam sees a need for Lizzy Ann to be employed, what it means is there is a need for the services of Lizzy Ann, and we employ Lizzy Ann a certain kind of value that Lizzy Ann is coming to add to the business so that the business can grow, we can pay Lizzy Ann well, we can take care of Lizzy Ann well, and she can in turn, by the kind of job that she performs for us, open up room for expansion so that we may have need to engage more people. These are the things that come into play. But when we just give blanket statements that we have a lot of unemployed, we need to employ the people. Yes, there is need to employ people. I totally align with it. But is there work readily available? If there are jobs readily available, look for people who have the expertise and get them on board. Because at the end of the day, it's about value addition. It's about profit. It's about return on the investment of shareholders.
Yeah. Well, in fact, this was intelligently, beautifully said by you. I wish we could just end it here. But let's do this quickly, then I'm going to leave you alone. Thank you so much for joining us. But now, I know initially you mentioned the policies or there are provisions available in protecting workers, improving the lives of workers. You just need to be told about it. But what more could government do to improve the livelihoods of workers in Ghana, especially? What could government do? What would you recommend? If asked this morning, what would you want to add to what we have available to improve the working conditions of workers in Ghana?
Okay, thank you, Miriam. I think government, both past and current, doing some work with regards to employment. And just 2 days ago, I was at the office of the Presidential Commission on Agriculture and Agro-Business with a client.
Yeah.
And he has a team of young entrepreneurs who are into agro-tech. And it was quite an interesting conversation we had with Dr. Otukono. And young entrepreneurs, especially in the area of agrotech. The Ministry of Communication also recently launched, I was watching in the news, 1 million coders program, where they are hugely invested in technology, training people, young people to get into the tech space. That is also another avenue for job creation. There are also private initiatives, private institutions like MasterCard Foundation, Generation, and I think they are doing in line with Generation. They recently launched a free tech employment program. I think that is called the GROW. Yeah, that's the GROW initiative, Ghana Remote and Online Work to upskill unemployed and underemployed individuals. Both in the private and in the public space, a lot of work are undergoing, and people are coming on board. Private institutions are coming on board as part of their corporate social responsibility into investing in young people to give them skills that would make them to be ready for the job market one. But I don't want us to emphasize more on the preparing people for the job market, but also raising an entrepreneurial mindset.
Absolutely.
For both the young people who are coming up and equally for those who are already employed. In the Money Summit, like I said, we are looking at alternative sources of income. What can I do? What skill can I readily acquire? Can I acquire to be able to readily put into work to earn me some extra income? I know a few people who are working and are doing small side business. One of our executives had a poultry farm, and then he added this grass cutter. And he was telling me just last week, oh, madam, I went to my neighborhood. There's this land that is fenced. Nobody is using it. I looked for the owner, and I started maize on 2 plots of land. So it's not just a white-collar job. There are other things which people can do that can give them alternative sources of income while we wait for, in quotes, the white-collar job. There are people who are earning thousands out of their side hustle. We call it side hustle because in Ghana today, we don't really respect the wache seller. We don't really respect the kinke seller. We don't really respect the backyard farmer because we feel, oh, I have to wear my suit and drive in my car, wear my specs for people to know that I work. But all of those are work. And Kokon Prekese and some of the initiatives that the president is coming up are laudable. I was telling one of the big men with I am very interested in the Coco Kitty Kitty.
Oh, wow.
And I would love to just mount some shirts and also do something. All that aids to add value to our Ghanaian economy because we are so dependent on even tomatoes we have to import from Ivory Coast, pepper. When you go to a Shama market, when you go to Mokola and all these places, everybody wants the Togo pepper. Why? Because the fragrance of the Togo pepper is very good. What are we doing? We are empowering and enriching the Togo farmer. How about we start and add value? If every Ghanaian would become conscious that I can also do something. I don't need to go to an 8 to 5 job, but I can also, while I wait for my 8 to 5 job, if that is my interest, I can do something to add value, not just to my own financial income, but also to society. Let me just share this with you before I go. Last year, around September, October, my after he wrote the BC, I said, let me find a supermarket around where he can go and work instead of staying home all day. And I took him there. I spoke with the lady, and I said, okay, I'll follow up the following day. I got home and woke up the following morning. This young man has designed a flyer, and he says, Mommy, I'm not going to work at that supermarket. I am setting up my own business. I asked, what business is that? He says, oh, I'm starting a tech company. And this boy, apparently, immediately he finished school, did some online courses, 3 online courses, where he learned how to design ads and all.
No way.
My sister, within 2 weeks, I shared his flyer to some friends. The guy didn't have time to sleep because he had so much work. Even his school gave him a project to design some work for upcoming programs.
Wow.
So this is a mindset shift.
Yeah.
The Ghanaian worker is not lazy. A lot of people say Ghanaian workers are lazy. That is relative. We have a few bad lots everywhere you go. But we have hard-working people. But the mindset shift is what I think will bring about this revolution for job security, this revolution for upscale of pay. Because if I can do my side hustle like my small boy is doing, and he can make about 1,500, 2,000 at the age of 13, 14, he's rendering services. Why shouldn't a graduate who has done educational technology or IT be able to do way much more because he has gone through the range and he has acquired all the skills?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's a mindset shift, and we all have to come on board.
Right.
The media has to change the narrative.
Right.
The narrative of unemployment. Let's start saying, what else can we do to add value while we wait if we still want the white-collar job?
Lizzy, that was very profound, and I did not see the conversation veering into that at all. Thank you so much for that wonderful advice. And I believe that a lot of young people in Ghana have heard you, and they're going to take up that conversation and probably make you proud. You know, thank you so much. We're speaking to Lizzy Ann-Kwagbedzi. I hope I pronounced your last name well.
Yes, you did it, Kwagbedzi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marianne.
Thank you so much, Lizzy, for coming. She is Deputy CEO, Gamey and Gamey Group, and Employment Relations Disputes Resolution Consultant. She joined us via phone to talk today, that's Labor Day, all the education that we need to do better at work is available to us. So let's take advantage of it. Thank you all so much for being a part of this segment. Moving straight to the plug right after this.
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. Taking stage designs to dazzling light solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite interior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today on 0267 83 7006 or 0545 03 8620 and 0545 03 7520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe.
Drama, betrayal, faith, forbidden love. What would you do when life writes a chapter you didn't ask for? Every broken pen has a story to tell. Every story has a lesson to learn. But the question is, how do you fix it? The Broken Pen Show is back. Real stories, raw truths, and maybe, just maybe, the answers you've been looking for. Hi, ladies. Hi. Your story isn't over. Let's fix it together with a cold glass of Nax cocktail. Catch the Broken Pen Show Thursday at 8 p.m. only on MX24 TV. My name is Yavita and I am your host. Cheers.
I want to find out one thing. What happened with you and Prekese?
One day Prekese calls me and says, bro, I want to do my solo album. Ghana, if somebody go blah blah, even for the media space right now, go talk your mind right now, they go touch it, they go blacklist you. Event organizers said, they go boom on it, balance one.
Politics was a part of our group. One of the times we featured on 2010 last. Through it, so I called him. So speak to my manager. Where?
Patience is a virtue that carries a lot of weight. Yeah. Always know that you live to fight another day.
I feel say we musicians, one thing we like do, we know how to create. Yeah. But the business part, add them to whatever we do.
Me right now, understanding everything is about money. If I do
the people I was looking up to, these two boys called famous people. Their work looked like they had like they were like 17 people or 20 people.
I love the enthusiasm. At least we've all been here before, going all the way from SHS. It is good that these days are taking this very serious, and today we are hoping to see the best.
On MX24, it's still the AM Club, and it's still the special edition on a beautiful holiday like this one. Happy Workers' Day to everyone out there. And for that matter, we're going straight into the plug. We're talking the Prekese Theatre Festival. Wow, interesting. And what you just saw right now should be maiden edition, right? That's the maiden edition.
That's the maiden edition.
Yeah. Okay, so this one, we can't do the second one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Please kindly introduce yourselves.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Fernard Mintah. I'm Fed, and a director for Prekese Studios.
Okay.
Prekese Theatre Festival.
Okay.
Yes.
And
my name is Emmanuel Adanse. I'm the administrator for Prekese Studios. Prekese, and also the able personal assistant to Fed.
Yes. Nice. I like that. Good. So Fed, run us through how did this come about? I mean, because me, I'm to be honest, this is my first time hearing about it. But me, anything that is indigenous, anything that carries a name which I can relate to as a Ghanaian, I'm in for it. So when I heard Prekese, I'm seeing Chimpe.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it the Chimpe twist part?
Yeah, Chimpe has become part of it this year.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We'll get into how it is. But how did this whole thing come about?
Okay, and so it's a long-time dream. And starting up very long in the film industry and wanting to be in the entertainment space, I've always thought about how we can affect the film industry.
Okay.
Now, I know there are a lot of debates, almost over time, discussing the state of the Ghana film industry. And growing up, knowing people and learning on the field, I realized where maybe the youth, they be good voices of championing the betterment of the film industry. So Prekese Theatre Festival came up as a way to, involve them in promoting that flourishing film industry agenda. Maybe somebody will ask what Prekese in, Prekese in a local delicacy. It's an aromatic fruit. It also serves as a medicinal purpose.
Yeah.
So in this contest,
also driving the wishes and the,
you understand, you get it.
Very,
So if we discuss or we talk about treating an industry to its peak, then let's treat it with something, and that is Prekese. So it's just about activating and pushing the industry to a better position with the youth, because they are the gateways or the gatekeepers of tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with what we just watched, you realize, I think, is it some sort of a competition or something of that sort? Because I'm seeing senior high schools, coming together, they are jubilating. When you see something like that, you know that there's competition going on.
Yes.
How does that work?
Okay. So this very one we watched was from the Ashanti Regional Contest last year.
Okay.
And we invite, neighboring schools in the Ashanti region and put them together in one school.
Okay.
And then they present the contest, like you say.
Okay.
But then because of the other arts, we try to put that together as well, make that part of it, to make it a festival. Okay. So that with different disciplines has to play at the place or the event. So we use that to, empower them more to do it like we are suggesting or we are expecting them of in the actual phase of filmmaking.
Okay.
So that is how you see their jubilating them spirit, because they want their schools to be at the peak or be at the upfront of the contest. Yes.
Now, as administrator, I'm sure you would have to deal with a lot of, numbers. You'd have to deal with a lot of how to put things together to make sure that it works. How challenging has it been?
So I think I wouldn't use the word challenge. I think it's a learning slide because we are young people, and most of us, if you want to be administrator, you need to go to places to learn how to pay, to get the institution you need for this role. But I mean, being in this whole company, it has been a learning slide for me myself, able to interact with people, heads of institutions, trying to them that you understand what you're doing. So in as much as there are challenges, but the challenges tend to be in your position that you get to learn something new each day. So I think it has been a very good slide for me, and I don't think I'm going to put the brakes on be the administrator of this company.
All right. And with regards to, because you're talking theater, so we're talking film, we're talking plays, and is it based on a particular theme? Because sometimes, you know, we have an event and then we have specific themes towards it. Is it based on that?
Yes, this is based on a theme. So we are trying to preach oneness in the film industry. Now, I believe you mean that what Prekese is about. Prekese is not just an aroma. I think it's a new light in the movie industry. So I believe that we all enjoy a favorite delicacy. I think when the soup is on fire and you are smelling the whole aroma, you want to know what exactly is going on. So Prekese comes in now to be the new light for everybody. I mean, there are a lot of drama institutions out there who wants to, you know, come to schools and give entertainment to students, and then they are gone. But we don't want that to happen. We want to give the students a zeal that at the end of this competition, you have what it takes to be the next Taylor Perry. You have what it takes to be the next Idris Elba. Like inculcating what is in you to bring it out for everybody to see, and maybe next time you'll be across the borders. So we are just here to let people understand that acting is not just when you see the big stars on the platform. It starts right at our roots in the senior high schools. So Prekese is the new light in the movie industry.
New light in the movie industry.
That's true. I mean, to add on to what he said a lot. It's true. Today, the use of social media has become a tool or a source of distribution. These youth are exposed to them, feeding on it. So our platform gives them the opportunity to, you know, choose the right choices of content to put there, and to able to let them know that it's not about getting, let's say, 100,000 Ghana for a film production. But then with that little space you have on your socials, you can produce something credible, something really quality for on social media. So like he's saying, the end game is to do a production with the students after. It's a contest. What is the ultimate? The ultimate is to do production with them. So when we are done, the school that comes out in terms of storytelling, scripting, costuming, they do everything themselves. I'm sure some of the excerpts will come, you see. They do makeup, they do the story writing. Mostly what is done to help them is patrons or the drama directors guide them on how they should do it. But everything is done by these students, which makes the industry really promising for tomorrow. Yes.
All right. Now let's get into the nitty-gritties of you know, this year and what we're looking forward to. You did mention that last year Ashanti stuff. So this year, how is it going to be like? Is it like we're stopping one particular place, we're moving to another place? How are we going about it?
Yeah, sorry, let me come in here. So I remember, it takes me back to when you asked me this. This is the interesting part of the show, and it comes with a lot of challenges. So last year we did 4 regions. We went to Greater Accra, went to Eastern, we went to Ashanti and Central. And then this year, because we want to have that, you know, diversity in place of the, you know, cultural play, we decided to add Volta region to the regions. So this year is 5 regions.
Wow.
But it is really challenging.
I know a time is coming here. I'm sure your regions, 16 regions.
Hopefully. There's even the ultimate, yes. We really want to go to the north. They have a lot of stories there. We really want to go to the north if we get the support. It's tight to move to region. It's not easy.
I can imagine.
As an independent organizer, it's not easy.
I can imagine.
It's not easy.
But it's a step in the right direction, and you being able to, you know, bring in another region this time around. Very exciting. All right, so run us through the dates and how it's going to, you know, play out to be?
We're starting in the Volta region this year.
The one that you've added, you're starting with it?
Yes.
Wow, I like that.
We're starting with them because it's actually, personally, it's my first time in the Volta region.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted to pay attention to them. Growing up in film or growing up in the space of arts, I've not really seen them play. So we wanted to start there and see how it goes from there. So on the 17th of May, it starts from there. Then the same way we'll go to Central Region, that's 31st. Yes, that will be at, oh sorry, I didn't talk about the venue for Volta Region. Volta Region will be at Sugakope Senior High School. And then in Central Region on the 31st, that will be at Agri Memorial Senior High. And then we'll go straight to June 14th, which will be at Osei Chutre. I'm sorry if I didn't mention it well. Okes in Ashanti Region on the 14th. They were actually the winners, the grand winners national last year. Yes. And we'll come down to Eastern Region on 28th of June in the New Jabin Senior High School. Then we end the tour belt at Accra on 5th July. Yes. But then just around the July, we'll be preparing for the grand finale, just around that time. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. I like that. I mean, moving from region to region to region to region and trying to assemble, you know, people who have the talent, you know, to be able to convey our stories and making sure that they are really authentic and they originate right here from our roots, and the people are able to, you know, grasp it as fast as they can. And that's what we love. Great. How does Chimpe come in now?
Okay, let me still come in. I'm sorry that I'm doing most of the talking. So Chimpe is, like you mentioned, the local name. They are an industry that produce snacks.
Okay.
But the inspiration they use in getting the name is almost close to Prekese. So their interest is to reinstate sharing amongst the youth. You should be able to share. If you have something and you think you can share. Prekese, on the other hand, is also the same youth driving them to a particular trend of aroma. So if they are campaigning Chimpe or share, then we are also helping them to campaign with the aroma that, yes, share and be peaceful in the film industry. Share your efforts, partnerships. That is why we come together as Chimpe Prekese Theatre Festival this year. So they are on as our headliners. They are supporting us with the services. They're supporting us with souvenirs for the students. They follow us to every region and make sure that all these young people are made excited to want to be part of the festival. So that's how they come in.
Any thank yous to some sponsors, people who are, you know, holding it down?
Yes. I would say a big thank you to MX24 for holding us down here. It means a lot to us. Chimpe I've mentioned, Traffic Shawarma by Beverly Afaglo. She always comes in with the snacks. And then we have the National Film Authority. Because of the film production bits we'll be doing with the students, we needed to report to an agency. And so they are in partnership with us until we are done with the production. Ghana Education Service also gave us their approval to go to every school we wish to. GH Media will be the ones to help us with production, from tour to film production. And then Flavor Co. Flavor Co is an eatery that will be also fueling some of the team members on the day. And then the media partners, like you have said, I mentioned MX24 and other media partners. They have been awesome. I thank them so much.
Anybody out there who wants to reach out to you, you know, in terms of support or anything, how do we go about that?
So if you check our flyers, or if you go to our pages on social media, Fed Create Studios, Fed Create Studios, FEDCREATES Studios, continuous. Fed Create Studios, you have our details there, we have our flyers there. You can call any number on the flyer and reach out to us, especially for the support and partnerships. We would really welcome them.
Most definitely. Well, Fed, and thank you so much for coming in with the whole crew and making sure that, you know, I mean, it's very, very crucial. Film, theater, it's about time and it only starts right from the grassroots.
Yes,
so,
honestly, we want to campaign. So all the A-list filmmakers, A-list actors, we need your support. Last year, Beverly Afaglo was awesome. She was throughout.
Wow.
From regionals to nationals, she was in support throughout. Among other producers, Abu Idris and others who came to make it a success. So we want to invite other people to join us.
Okay.
They should help us with this campaign.
Most
definitely. Sorry, continue, but I think we should also look at the main people who have guided us through the path. I mean, we have a solid team who are on standby every single day, from our creative departments to our coordinators to the administration. They are key members who have held Prekese from last year, and I think they are going to be with us through the time and journey.
Yes, definitely. All right, so there you have it. Of course, it's Chimpe Prekese Theatre Festival. So please, support a good cause. All right, make sure you go to Fed Creative Studios.
Fed Creates
Studios. Yes. Please, Fed Creates Studios, and then you can get all the information right there. Make sure you go there and you call them, give them a call, get to support. It's Chimpe, so support, share. You have the money, share.
Share the support.
Share the support. Then let's move on. All right. Okay. Well, wraps it up for our, special edition on a beautiful holiday like this one. This is the AM Club right here on MX24. My name is Kojo Dasabra. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Remember, tomorrow you're back to work. People are still working today too as well. So hey, kudos. And please do remember that you cannot work without putting God into the picture. All right. So I'll leave you with Proverbs 16 verse 3. All right. Commit everything to God and He will establish it for you. Peace out. I'll see you when I see you. Same time tomorrow.